All right, so today we're diving into something a little bit different, the world of fish keeping.
Oh, cool.
Our source is a blog post by Ang, a self-described old software plumber,
Okay.
aptly titled Notes on Fish Keeping, Part 72, Evaluation of Two New and Different Aquatic Plants.
Wow. 72.
I know, right? So it seems like
He's been at this for a while.
we got some experience to share.
Yeah.
And this intersection of software engineering and the delicate balance of a pond ecosystem is
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
certainly intriguing.
Definitely.
So Ang's on this quest to find the perfect plants for his outdoor ponds.
Okay.
He's already tried water hyacinth and water lettuce,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't quite make it.
Oh, no.
He mentioned something about water parameters not being right.
I see.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, water parameters is a catch-all term for the chemical and physical properties of the water.
Okay.
Things like pH, temperature,
Right.
and the levels of dissolved minerals.
Yeah,
Each plant species has its own ideal range for these parameters.
I see.
And if the water isn't quite right,
Yeah.
they'll struggle to thrive.
So it's like finding the Goldilocks zone for your plants.
Exactly.
Not too hot, not too cold, just the right amount of everything.
Yeah, precisely.
And based on his blog post, it seems Ang's learned from his previous attempts.
Okay.
This time, he's chosen plants with robust rooting systems. Salvinia,
Okay.
possibly the common or giant variety,
Uh-huh.
and Trapa Natans, also known as water chestnut.
Interesting.
Interesting. Why the focus on roots this time?
Well, think about it.
All right.
In an outdoor pond, plants are constantly exposed to the elements, wind, rain, even curious critters.
Oh, yeah.
A strong rooting system helps anchor the plants,
Right.
preventing them from being uprooted or tossed around.
Makes sense.
It also allows them to absorb nutrients more effectively,
Ah.
especially in deeper water.
So it's not just about staying put.
Right.
It's also about getting a good meal.
Precisely.
And from what Ang describes, it seems these particular plants, Salvinia and water chestnut, are well suited for his pond's conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Salvinia, for example, is known for its rapid growth and ability to tolerate a wide range of water parameters.
I see.
Makes sense, especially since he's not 100% certain which Salvinia variety he has.
Right.
And the water chestnut.
Water chestnut is interesting because it produces these beautiful edible nuts.
Oh, wow.
It's also quite adaptable and can help prevent algal blooms by competing for nutrients.
So he's aiming for both beauty and practicality.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It sounds like he's really put a lot of thought into these choices.
Yeah.
But he does mention it's only been 3 days and it's too early to declare victory.
He's right.
Hmm.
Patience is crucial when introducing new plants to a pond environment.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ang is right to wait for signs of new shoot growth before celebrating.
Okay.
That's the real indicator that the plants are settling in and thriving.
So it's all about observation and a little bit of hope. It's fascinating to see how he's applying that same methodical problem-solving approach that he likely uses in his software work
I agree.
to his fish-keeping endeavors.
I agree.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what else is fascinating?
What's that?
This is just one small piece of Ang's online world.
Right.
We're talking about part 72 of his fish keeping series.
Wow.
What else is he into?
Well, if you dig a little deeper into his blog, you'll find he's quite the Renaissance man.
Hold on, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's delve into the rest of this fish keeping post.
Sure.
What else did you find noteworthy?
Well, one thing that struck me was his comment about not being entirely sure about the Salvinia species.
Uh-huh.
It highlights the fact that even experienced hobbyists can encounter challenges
Yeah.
when it comes to accurately identifying plants.
So even with all his experience, there's still an element of mystery and discovery.
Right?
I like that.
Absolutely.
And it speaks to the vast diversity of the natural world.
There's always something new to learn, even in your own backyard.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we've got a software engineer with a passion for fish keeping, who's carefully chosen new plants for his pond and is patiently observing their progress.
He seems very dedicated.
Where do we go from here?
Well, remember, this is just part 72 of his fish keeping series.
Oh, right?
There's a wealth of knowledge and experience embedded in those posts.
Yeah.
And then there's the projects section of his blog,
Okay.
where he chronicles a whole range of other passions.
Right.
That's where things get really interesting.
We'll save that for part 2.
Yeah. Good idea.
But before we move on, what's the one thing you think our listeners should take away from this first part of our deep dive?
I think the key takeaway here is the importance of understanding the needs of your environment.
Okay.
Whether it's a digital ecosystem or a pond in your backyard.
Right.
Ang's approach highlights the value of research,
Yeah.
careful planning, and observation.
Great point. And we'll be back in just a moment to explore the rest of Ang's fascinating world. Welcome back. We're digging deeper into Ang's blog.
Yeah.
And it's clear this guy's got a serious thirst for knowledge.
Yeah, for sure.
Remember that project section you mentioned?
Oh, yeah, that's a gold mine.
Okay, what kind of stuff are we talking about?
Well, you've got everything from gardening and photography to get this programming languages like Elixir, and wait for it, building his own keyboard firmware.
Keyboard firmware. Wow, that's hardcore.
It is?
I'm guessing that's not exactly beginner-level coding.
Not at all. It requires a deep understanding of hardware and software interaction.
Right.
And it speaks volumes about his willingness to dive into complex projects.
Yeah.
But then right alongside that, you'll find projects on things like learning to play the guitar and experimenting with different diets.
Wow.
It's quite the mix.
It almost seems random,
Yeah.
but I'm sensing there's a method to this madness.
Right.
What do you make of it?
It's fascinating,
Yeah.
right? To me, it suggests someone with a polymathic mind.
Okay.
Someone who thrives on exploring diverse fields and making connections between seemingly unrelated areas. And that can be incredibly valuable, both personally and professionally.
So you're saying Ang's diverse interests aren't just random hobbies. They're actually interconnected in some way.
Absolutely. Think about it. The problem-solving skills he hones while debugging code might come in handy when troubleshooting his pond's filtration system.
Right.
Or the meticulous attention to detail he cultivates through photography could inform his approach to plant identification.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like all these different experiences are feeding into each other, creating a kind of intellectual synergy.
Exactly.
And it's a great reminder that we shouldn't limit ourselves to just one area of expertise.
Right.
The more we explore, the more we connect those dots,
Mm-hmm.
the more creative and innovative we can become.
For sure.
It's like that saying, jack of all trades, master of none. But in Ang's case, it seems like he's using his diverse skills to become a master of his own unique path.
Well said. And that's something our listeners can relate to. Think about your own interests.
Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies or passions that seem completely unrelated?
Right. Maybe you're a musician who also loves to cook,
Uh-huh.
or a writer who's fascinated by astronomy.
Exactly. Those seemingly disparate interests could actually be your secret weapon.
Okay.
They might help you see problems from different angles, come up with unconventional solutions,
Yeah.
and even spark new ideas you never would have considered before.
So the takeaway here is to embrace our inner Ang, so to speak.
Yeah, I think so.
To explore those seemingly random interests and see where they lead us.
Precisely, you never know what hidden connections you might uncover or what unexpected skills you might develop along the way.
But let's bring this back to Ang's latest experiment.
Sure.
We've talked about his diverse interests, his problem-solving approach, his patience, but we haven't really touched on the potential challenges he might face with these new plants.
That's a great point. Even with the best research and planning, there are always unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah, for sure.
For example, the Salvinia, well known for its adaptability, can become invasive in some environments.
So it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
Right.
He's chosen a plant that's hardy and fast-growing, but that could potentially backfire if it takes over the pond.
Exactly. And then there's the water chestnut.
Uh-huh.
While it's a beneficial plant in many ways,
Right.
it can also be susceptible to certain pests and diseases.
So it's not just about finding the right plants. It's also about managing the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem.
Absolutely. Ang's journey reminds us that there's always an element of uncertainty and risk when dealing with living systems.
And that's what makes it so fascinating, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not a static process. It's an ongoing experiment, a constant dance between observation, adaptation, and a little bit of luck.
Well said, and it's a dance we can all participate in, whether we're tending to a garden, building a software program, or simply navigating the complexities of our own lives.
All right, before we get too philosophical, let's wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Right.
What's the key takeaway for our listeners?
I'd say the biggest takeaway is that embracing diverse interests and experiences can lead to unexpected insights and connections.
And that even the most carefully planned experiments can take unexpected turns.
Exactly. It's all part of the journey.
All right, we'll be back in a moment to explore the final part of Ang's blog post and see what other gems we can uncover. Welcome back to our deep dives into the world of Ang's blog. We've uncovered his passion for fish keeping, his diverse range of interests, and his methodical approach to problem solving. But It's only been 3 days since he introduced those new plants.
Yeah.
It's still early days, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 3 days is just a snapshot in the life of a pond.
Yeah.
It's like checking on a bread dough after you've just mixed the ingredients. You
Right.
can see the potential,
Yeah.
but the real transformation takes time.
So what should we be looking for as Eng continues to document his experiment? What are the signs of success? And what are the potential red flags?
Well, for starters, keep an eye out for new growth. That's the most obvious indicator that the plants are settling in and starting to thrive.
New growth.
Yeah. Aang mentioned specifically looking for new shoots.
And if those shoots don't appear?
That could signal a problem.
Okay.
It might mean the water parameters aren't quite right, or there's competition from other plants,
Right.
or even pests lurking beneath the surface.
So even with all his research and planning,
Yeah.
Eng might still need to make adjustments along the way.
Exactly. That's the beauty of a dynamic system like a pond. It's always evolving.
Right.
And a skilled fish keeper like Aang knows that observation and adaptation are key.
Yeah.
He'll likely need to tweak things like fertilizer levels,
Okay.
water circulation,
Uh-huh.
maybe even introduce some beneficial insects to keep pests in check.
It's almost like he's playing a game of chess with nature.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Each move has consequences, and you have to think several steps ahead.
Right.
And sometimes you have to be willing to sacrifice a pawn to protect your king, so to speak.
So what's the biggest lesson our listener can take away from Eng's fish-keeping journey, even if they've never so much as owned a goldfish?
I think the key takeaway is the importance of embracing the iterative process.
Okay.
Whether you're designing software, writing a novel, or cultivating a garden, the path to success is rarely linear.
Right.
It's about setting a goal, making a plan, but also being open to adjusting course along the way.
It's about embracing those unexpected challenges as opportunities for learning and growth.
Precisely. And Aang's blog is a fantastic example of that mindset in action.
Right.
He's not afraid to document his failures, his uncertainties, his moments of doubt, and that's what makes his journey so relatable and inspiring.
It reminds us that it's okay to not have all the answers.
Yeah.
To make mistakes, to try new things and see what happens.
Exactly. That's where the real magic happens.
Yeah.
In that space between what we know and what we're still discovering.
Well, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Eng's world. It's been a fascinating journey exploring the intersection of technology, nature, and the pursuit of knowledge.
It has.
And, you know, it's a reminder that even in our increasingly digital world, there's still something deeply satisfying about connecting with the natural world, whether it's through a pond in your backyard or a simple houseplant on your windowsill.
I agree.
And if you're curious to learn more about Eng's fish-keeping adventures and his many other fascinating projects, we encourage you to visit his blog at kianmeng.org. You won't be disappointed.
It's a great blog.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those passions burning bright.